Hey, this is Matias Rengel with Guitar Control, and today you're going to be learning how to play Good Times by Chic. If you're into funk and you're wondering how to play those groovy rhythms, stay for this lesson because it's going to be a good one. As usual, don't forget to click on the link in the description to get the tab. Let's get down to it. So the first thing that we're going to be doing, we're going to check out the chords that I'm playing. Later on, I'm going to break them down to you, but let's just check out the basics of it. The first chord that I'm playing is an E minor 7. The second chord, an E7 sus4. The third chord is an A7 sus4 as well. And then we're going to this one, which is a D major 7. So let's break it down, okay? For the first one, E minor 7, maybe some of you already know it. So for this one, you're gonna have the main thing that you gotta do, you gotta place your index finger on the 7th fret of the you can put it all in all the strings, but I mean ideally you put it starting on the 5th, okay? Just like that. Covering all the strings. But anyway, after that you're gonna grab your ring finger and you're gonna place it on the 9th fret of the 4th string, okay? Then we leave the 3rd up to the index. Remember that the index is covering all the 7th fret. And the middle finger is gonna go on the 8th fret of the 2nd string, and you got it right there. Okay, so that's your first chord. That's a very that's one of the most used chords in funk, pop. You probably see it here. Actually, if you want to know, it comes from here. Your typical A minor. You remove the ring finger, it becomes an A minor 7, right? And if you start going up with that, you're gonna get to the E minor 7, which is on the 7th fret. But anyway, after that, it's super easy. You have this chord right there, and all you gotta do, you gotta put your pinky on the 10th fret of the 2nd string, and you can release this one already, the middle, because you're no longer using it if you want to. See? And now it's very important that you remember that you let all the notes sound, okay? Because sometimes I know that it tends to happen. Maybe it's kind of hard to push your index finger to play all the notes there, but you're gonna have to if you're not used to playing this type of chords, you're gonna have to right there, pressure in the middle of the finger. It's a little bit hard at the beginning, but you're gonna get there. So then right after that, we're gonna go into this one. So for this one, you're gonna place your index finger once again all over the 5th fret, okay? All the strings from 6th to 1st. Then right after that, ring finger into your 7th fret of the 5th string, and then pinky finger into the 7th fret of the 3rd string, and that's it. Right after that, we're gonna go into a D major 7, which is this one. So for this one, what you're gonna do, you're gonna keep the index finger where it was, okay? But you can lower it to the starting on the 5th. You don't have to put it on the 6th, but if you want, you can put it on the 6th. But anyway, we keep the index finger there, but this time we're gonna do ring finger on the 7th fret of the 4th string, middle finger on the 6th fret of the 3rd string, and pinky finger on the 7th fret of the 2nd string. Just like that. So we got E minor 7, E7 sus4, A7 sus4, and then our D major 7. Just practice that at the beginning. Okay, so now let's check out the rhythm. What's happening with the right hand? Okay, so I was doing something like this, right? Now, we have two different rhythms happening right here, and I think you should see them as two different rhythms as opposed to one thing, okay? So before getting into the rhythm, just want to make sure that you're able to play this type of funky rhythm. So for all of you who don't know, just grab the E minor 7th, and I want you to try this. I want you to put the pressure on the chord and release the pressure, but don't release the fingers from the frets, okay, on the left hand, and you just go like that. Okay, don't pressure. If you pressure, it's gonna sound. You remove the pressure and it starts to mute. Okay, that's what we want. We want the chord to be muted. And right after that, so try to do now this. Try to do this. There's like a little bit of an elongation in the first strum. So it's like ta 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 ta, right? So it's like. Now you're probably wondering what's happening with the right hand. So I've mentioned this in many of my videos. You should be moving your right hand constantly, even if you're not playing. So I go, and I do what I call the ghost up. So it comes up, but I don't play it. And then right, so it's like down, ghost up, down, up. Okay, so it's like that. Once you get that, you have the first rhythm actually. So for the first rhythm, you go down and then 2 muted, down, 2 muted, down, 2 muted, down, 2 muted. That's it. So, right? So think about it. Think about it in terms of like, okay, you should like kind of like memorize the rhythm in your mind as if it was a melody. So you're gonna be like da da da, right? Da da da. So that's your melody right there. It's like da 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 da. Okay, so you go down, and then after that you are gonna go down, up, 4 times. Okay, so got it. So so that's your first rhythm right there. Practice that. Now, as you notice, there's like a lot of noise happening when you are muting the string because like we're right in front of one of the strongest harmonics, right? So now a lot of notes are sounding a lot. So what you want to do is you want to mute it a little bit so it's not as dirty. If you have access to this, you can put one of those little devices that mute the strings here, and that's gonna work perfectly. Some people like to use a hair tie in here, and that's perfect, you know. I don't know, a lot of guitar players, there's like, I don't know, a thing, like some guitar players are gonna be like, oh, you don't know how to play if you put that there because you don't know how to mute their guitar, but I think it's perfectly fine, you know, if you want to put something there to mute it. But if you don't, it's gonna be a little bit more complicated. But what you're gonna have to do is you're going to play, put your hand down here on the strings, and kind of like mute it right there. Or another option is to play and then bring down the finger, this one, remove it immediately, but it's a little bit more complicated, right? It's like, that's kind of complicated. So I would suggest to like put down your right hand here while you do the muting. So it's like, see? I kind of like mute and come down so I don't let it ring. Because if I do just that, it's gonna ring. So anyway, so for the next one, it's super easy. You're just gonna go for the next chord. You're gonna go down, 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 down. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. So 7 times. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then at the end, you're gonna do 2 muted strikes. So it's like 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now, check out what's happening on the left hand. On the left hand, I am playing and removing the pressure. I play and I remove the pressure like immediately. So it's like, right? I'm removing the pressure on the left hand. So there you go, 2 rhythms. And then you move to this one and you do the same one. Right? So let's just say that the first chord, this one, we're going to say that this is rhythm number 1 and that this is rhythm number 2. So the first chord gets rhythm number 1, the second chord gets rhythm number 2, the third chord gets rhythm number 1, and the fourth chord gets rhythm number 2, and that's it. super fun song to play. And I recommend that you practice it a lot and that you play it slowly. And one big advice that I always give is that keep moving the hand. It's very important for this for you to that you feel the groove, okay, and that you move the hand. Don't be stuck in like and like try to like do it like see no, just move the wrist and keep moving it, and it's gonna, as long as you have the rhythm in your head and you know what it is, the kind of like the melodic rhythm, right? It's like ta 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 ta. As long as you have it there, you're gonna be able to play it. And that's it. I hope you've enjoyed this lesson and that now you have a new song, a really, really cool, funky song from the 70s that you're going to be able to play, to jam with, and it's going to help you a lot to improve your funky rhythm. As usual, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel for daily guitar lessons. And also, click on the link in the description to get the tab. I would love to know as well, what other funky song would you like me to teach you next? Thank you so much for watching.